What's good, YouTube? Dos here from JD Hunters, back with another video, and today we're going to be counting down 10 figures I'd like to see from the new My Hero Academia Amazing Yamaguchi line. That's right, guys, we're doing another wishlist video. I've done a bunch of these on the channel before, and you guys always seem to really like them. I've done Dragon Ball ones, I've done a Naruto one, and now we're going to do a My Hero Academia one. Before you type your angry comment down below, yes, the Dragon Ball SH Figure Arts Collection update video is coming very soon. It'll probably be the next video you guys see on the channel, so please leave me alone. But in the meantime, I wanted to make this video because I'm really excited about the future of this My Hero Academia, I almost said SH Figure Arts, but Amazing Yamaguchi Rebel Tech line. So let's recap who we have so far. Obviously you can see behind me, I already have Deku and Bakugo. I've got Todoroki pre-ordered. I passed on All Might, but he has been released as well. And then we have just recently gotten images of Endeavor and then Hawks, who are going to be the next two figures we get. And I'll definitely be picking up both of them as well. So if we go back to the Naruto video I did, what my kind of concept with that one was predicting sort of the first calendar year of releases. Which is sort of what I'm doing here because this line is still just getting started, but I'm doing it more like some of my Dragon Ball videos where I'm just listing 10 figures I want to get for two reasons. One, because we're already pretty deep into 2022, and then two, they seem to be releasing things pretty slowly, so I don't think we're gonna get 10 figures in 2022, so some of these we might not get until 2024, so it's just kind of the next 10 figures I'd like to get at some point. But yeah, guys, if you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, leave a like if you enjoyed this video, if you'd like to see more My Hero Academia content on the channel. Like I said, collection update coming soon. I've got a couple more Dragon Ball videos. I know some of you asked for a full room tour as well, so I'll get to that soon as well. So lots of bangers coming very, very soon, so hit that subscribe button. And yeah, enough talking, let's get into the list. All right, so number 10 is going to be a little bit of an interesting one. The rest of them are more traditional, but number 10 is going to be Eri. But I want her to come with a Deku accessory pack. So if we go back to the arc with Overhaul and that final fight scene, which to me is still my favorite moment in all of My Hero Academia, and that's when Deku fights Overhaul with Eri on his back, who regenerates him as he's destroying his body by using One For All at 100% capacity. Hold on.
A few moments later.
Wait a minute. This right here. See, I even drew this because I loved it so much. But yeah, I just think we could take the Deku figure we already have, and if she were to come with the additional head with the glowing hair shooting back, and then her little blanket that would kind of wrap around, I guess snap around her in the back to attach her to Deku's back. I think that would be dope, and then she would just be her own standalone figure. Yeah, I don't know. I really like Eri as a character. I think her quirk is really interesting. That whole arc that was sort of centered around her and her power was dope, and then I really don't think we've seen the end of her either heading into the future. So yeah, again, not a typical one because she'd be smaller, it'd be a little bit weird, so maybe it'll be a long time before we get her. But I like sort of that idea of it coming with the accessory pack as well. So that's number 10. All right, number 9 is going to be the teacher of Class 1A, and that is Aizawa, aka Eraserhead. Wasn't always the biggest fan of Aizawa, especially early in the show. But as time has gone on, he just appears cooler to me. And then if you guys are kept up with the newest season, and then I've even read past that in the manga. I'm not totally caught up on the manga, but I'm pretty far ahead. Even early MHA, when they're at that training facility and he takes on all those villains by himself. Super cool power. I know McFarlane has made a figure. There it is. For those of you who don't know what I was talking about before, there's Eri. Anyways, back to Aizawa. I know McFarlane made a figure of him and it looked pretty good. So I think with Amazing Yamaguchi, they would do a really good job with some of the accessories, the ropes and things that he would throw out. So I think that would be dope. But yeah, just a pretty essential character, one of the biggest characters I think that we haven't gotten yet so far. So I think we'll get him sooner rather than later. But yeah, he's my number 9. Okay, number 8 is going to be Kirishima, aka Red Riot. Kirishima hero name. Yeah. Man, ain't no way you're running a VPN ad right now. Ain't no way. Okay, Kirishima, aka Red Riot. I think this would be super dope. I would want him in his hero costume, of course. Although eventually I would like them to do sort of like the main characters from 1A in their like gym outfits from like season 1. Especially like Deku and Todoroki, because that was such an epic fight. But anyways, yeah, Red Riot, Kirishima, super underrated character. I know a lot of people like him, but he kind of like falls into that second tier after like the big three and Ochako and Ida, who is not on this list, man. Tenya will not be on this list for as long as they live. Like, worst character in the show, right? We can all agree? Moving on. But yeah, they could maybe do, I mean, it would be hard to do like a full replaceable body, but even just like the forearms and the face for like the Unbreakable, I think would be really dope. Don't need a ton of accessories with him, but I'm sure they could come up with some cool stuff. But yeah, as we're completing class 1A, he is one of the first ones I feel like we would need. That's number 8. All right, number 7 is going to be Lemillion, aka Mirio Togata. And he was kind of put out of commission after that fight with Overhaul. He took the bullet for Eri. It was such a dope fight as he's like weaving in and out. And that was kind of our first taste of seeing that character, and then they just took him away, man. Won't spoil anything if you haven't read the manga, but yeah. One of my favorite characters, and I want to see way more of him in the show, in the manga, everything. I just think he would look amazing in figure form. Again, one that I've seen McFarlane do, and he turned out well, so I know the amazing Yamaguchi one would look even better. Mirio is number 7. Okay, number 6 is, I think we're gonna get her very, very soon. With these sort of lines, they always knock off the basics first, and she's got to be in the top like 5. I mean, we're doing Endeavor and Hawks before her, which is kind of surprising. But Uraraka, man, Ochako Uraraka, her costume too has kind of undergone some changes into like the newest season, which looks super dope. The new helmet and everything I really liked. So if they could give us that version, I think that would be cool. Or just like the classic season 2, season 3-ish costume would be cool as well. But yeah, she's essential to any My Hero Academia display. We need her. I know Figma made these figures before, and I didn't love all the figures they made, but Uraraka looked amazing. So I know when we do get her, she'll look really good. So yeah, she is number 6 on my list. Okay, number 5 is going to be Fumikage Tokoyami with Dark Shadow. I don't know how they make this figure, man, but I know it would look amazing. I think Amazing Yamaguchi is really good with their accessories and different like added components. So I think when they make Tokoyami, he's gonna look really, really good. Man, I don't know how they would do it. It'd have to like probably plug into his back and have like Dark Shadow reaching over the top. It's definitely doable. It'll look so sick. That's why he's so high on my, well, he's not so high, but he's pretty high on my list because he's not like my favorite character by any means. I do like him a lot, but some of the characters below him on this list I like more. But speaking strictly in terms of a figure, I think he'd look absolutely amazing. And again, I know Reveltech, Amazing Yamaguchi would do an amazing job incorporating Dark Shadow into the figure. So yeah, Tokoyami is number 5. All right, number 4, I've already mentioned him in this video already. Definitely a couple of fight scenes we could recreate with some of the other figures on this list or with Deku, who we already got. And that is going to be Kai Chizuki, aka Overhaul. Give me that old Sam, the Fruit Loop toucan mask. Anyways, like you can't make him in like that big octopus looking monster state, obviously. But just a normal one would be sick with those like white gloves, have him like posed up, just looking bad, looking menacing. Even if you couldn't like fully recreate the fight scene with Deku and Eri, unfortunately. Yeah, maybe one day they could make something like a giant deluxe figure. That would be awesome. Definitely one of my favorite villains from all of My Hero Academia. Actually, all the remaining figures on this list are villains. But yeah, I think he would look dope. Definitely one that we need. All right, like I said, all villains from here on out. Number 3 is going to be Dabi. Now, I know what you're thinking. Some of you probably would have had him number 1 no matter what, especially if you've read the manga. My boy going crazy. He's on demon time for real. Amazing villain, and he's only gotten better with time as we've learned more of his backstory, especially some of those like blue flame effects that we would get with the figure would just be amazing. I keep wanting to say more, but I don't want to spoil the manga for people who haven't seen it, but I'm sure if you have read it, you know what I'm thinking. Different interchangeable hair, we could say, would look amazing. But yeah, Dabi, definitely we need him, and when we get that new season, we're definitely gonna need him even more. So I do think he's one we'll get sooner rather than later, but There's definitely some more that we'll probably get first that are a little bit more essential, a little bit more mainstream. But yeah, can't wait until we get a Dabi figure. All right, number 2. This is one that maybe some people wouldn't have so high on the list. It's more like a personal favorite character for me. Definitely one of my favorites in the entire series. And that is, of course, Himiko Toga. From the League of Villains, the only girl in the League of Villains. She is badass, man. And I think she got a little more time to shine, you know. But she had a really dope fight scene in there when she like transformed into Uraraka. That was just dope. But yeah, man, one of my favorite characters. I think she would look dope in figure form. I've seen like different statues and things of her where you get like a dynamic pose with her like needles like flying around. It just looks badass every single time. So yeah, I know whenever we get her, she'll just look amazing. So that's why she's so high on my list. Number 2, again, more of like a personal favorite character. I'm sure there are others even on this list that people would have a little bit higher. But for me personally, not many I would want more than Toga. All right, number 1, you can probably guess who it is. Maybe you can't because I left All For One off the list. I don't know, man. I don't really like All Might and I don't really like All For One. If that's a hot take, I don't know, man. Let me know what you think down in the comments. But you know, it's kind of like the old heads, you know, and we're still fighting their battles, but I care more about like the younger characters, you know, like let's pass the torch. All right. It's like the two uncles fighting at the family reunion, you know? But yeah, man, that kind of segues perfectly. Number 1 is going to be Tomura Shigaraki. Again, sort of like with Dabi, when we first were introduced to Shigaraki early in the anime, I was like, he's like, it's okay. I didn't really get the whole vibe that they were going for because you just kind of seemed like this little whiny dude. But man, season 4 and then into what the manga has continued on and what we're gonna get in season 5, Shigaraki is easily one of the 2-3 best characters in the entire anime. Man, he's so dope in terms of where his story has gone, and then like how he's physically transformed, how he would look as a figure. I think if we got him, we'd probably get like the earlier season version, like kind of his first appearance. But man, I would love to get like that awakened version, like after he's gone through like the transformation and all the stuff that's going on with All For One, where he's got like that straight white hair, like it's not gray or blue anymore, it's just straight white. Like maybe like a battle damaged version, he's bloodied, whatever, from that kind of whole arc that was happening where he was transforming. Any version of Shigaraki I would take. Like my opinion on him has changed completely, so any version they make I will definitely pick up. But yeah, he's my number 1. I'm sure he's number 1 for a lot of people. I'm actually surprised we haven't gotten him yet, because they've only made heroes so far. We haven't gotten any villains, and I feel like when they do make a villain, he'll be the first one. So I think it's just a matter of time. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we're getting Endeavor and Hawks next, which is a little bit surprising to me. I think if we're gonna get another one after that, it'll probably either be Shigaraki or Uraraka. That would just be my guess, or Tenya. But yeah, guys, that's my top 10 My Hero Academia Amazing Yamaguchi figures that I'm hoping that we make. It's my 2022 wish list, but obviously we're not gonna get all these figures in 2022. But yeah, man, there's so many characters in this show that would just look amazing in figure form. I think My Hero Academia has some of the best character design in all of anime. And I know so many characters would look good in figure form, and I would even be interested in some of like the smaller like B-tier characters, we would call them, like Yaoyorozu and Sero and some of the other like League of Villains characters. So many characters they could make, and I will be interested in almost all of them. So yeah, guys, let me know if you want to see more My Hero Academia content here on the channel. I know we mostly do Dragon Ball, a little bit of Naruto, but I do watch a lot of different animes. I collect different figures, so I do like doing different videos sometimes. As always with these wish list type videos, let me know in the comments below what you guys would really want, and anything that maybe I missed on my list. I'm sure there's somebody big I missed. But thank you guys for all the love and support. Like I said, Dragon Ball collection update, next video to drop on the channel. I'm saying it right now, it is the next video to drop on the channel super soon, and then a lot more bangers on the way. So subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.